Hello everyone, welcome back. For the tier list of 2.5, this is the final list. You can pick it up. Enko is the strongest character. Bye. Okay, I was just kidding. Okay, so to be honest, Enko can be put in a tier list. And before that, I want to inform tier list is about helping community to maybe have a rough prediction on how these characters may work. But I want to tell you honestly, it could be different from other content creators, and this is my personal opinion after I'm playing certain characters. It could be different from you too. So you may have a different opinion from me, but all I want to say is that if you feel that my tier list have some problem, you can comment in the comment section below and I will try to reply as soon as possible. I know every person have their own opinion and preferences when coming to tier list, and it always have an issue among the gacha community, but I would like to help and tell my own preferences on 2.5 tier list. So for the first character, as we already have Encoria, I will put her as A tier because if you watch my previous video, I have posted that she was able to clear TOA on the left side all by herself, and of course for the last part I use Shorekeeper together. So that means even at S0 until today she's still capable of doing so. Inko is very easy to play. You just have to spam your resonance skill and your basic attack, and then use your resonance liberation and you spam again your resonance skill. That's it. It's a very simple character, and if you think which weapon to use String Master. Next, I want to talk about Shorekeeper. Shorekeeper is a S tier character. Main reason is only one, which is her healing and buffing ability. Her healing ability is strong, but the most important part of a kit is that she's able to buff your crit rate and crit damage, and her S2 give you attack bonus. So these three things makes her a valuable character for main DPS's characters, and she is a S tier character. And she's a very good support. She was released in 1 point something, and until 2.5 she's still able to be the best support in this game. Next, Verena. Verena will be a A tier character. So compared to Shorekeeper, Verena has some problem, which is she do not buff crit rate or crit damage, but she give you attack bonus and she heals you. And as Shorekeeper too, she can protect you from dying. Many people is able to pull her multiple copies, so that's why I say she will be in A tier. It's very easy to get Verena to S2 or S3 just by losing your 50-50, and as soon as you build her S6, she's quite viable. So she's a A tier character in my opinion, because there's only two good healer, which is Shorekeeper and Verena in this game, but she's not S tier in my opinion. She will be in A tier. Next, let's talk about Prolova. Prolova is a sub DPS. You don't even need to put her on the field to do the damage. You can just keep her off field and use her echo skill. Any character's echo skill will activate her damage, and then you intro into her and then you just repeat the thing again and again, and the damage from her is quite strong. So in my opinion, she's a S tier, and she buff the Havoc team if you outro into Havoc characters. Next, let's talk about Cartetia. Cartetia is another S tier character because of the damage potential. She's a main DPS, and the damage potential from her arrow erosion stacks is extremely powerful that you can just wipe bosses into Shadow Realm. It's that strong. At S3, I've seen people doing 150k to 180k liberation damage bonus just using her alone. But one thing that makes her stronger is Chiakona. This bard is the main reason for her to be extremely strong, because she gives extra arrow erosion damage, and also she can proc a lot of arrow erosion. Pair them together with Arrow Rover, and you have an extremely solid team of arrow erosion team. So now I want to talk about Arrow Rover. Arrow Rover is a S tier because he have multiple different roles. He can become Havoc, he can become Spectro, he can become Arrow, whichever you like. That's why I put him in S tier, because you can slot him in Cartetia's team, you can slot him in Zani's team, you can slot him in Havoc's Prolova's team. Like, he's so good that you can put him in any team and he will work. As simple as that. That's why he will be in S tier. Next, I will put Lupa. Lupa, if you ask me, she's a A tier character if she's alone. And same goes for Changli and Brand. All three of them are A tier character. Let me explain first. Brand, he provides shield and heals you. He also deal a damage. She is a main DPS and she is a sub DPS. Why? Because let's see their kits. She gives you Brands give you fusion damage and resonance skill. Lupa gives you fusion damage and basic attack. Changli gives you fusion damage and resonance liberation. So you can see the pattern, right? But if you see them in one, if you use them as one single character, they will be in A tier. But the moment you use them as a team characters, especially when you have Lupa where she have two other teammates that is fusion, the damage skyrockets. So that's why I say, if you want to use them as a team, yes, S tiers. But if you want to use them alone, they will be in A tiers. All three of them. Next will be Jian. Jian is A tier for me. He can clear Viva good, but when you play him in TOA, you feel that he have some lackluster in damage. He's good for multiple mobs contents, but in main bosses, he can't really group them because they are too heavy and fat. So that's why. That's the main reason. Next, Camellia. Camellia is extremely OP. She works well in Viva and also in TOA. She can do multiple mobs and she also can do high damage to her TOA bosses simply by spinning around. Next character I want to put is Dungeon. So she's the D tier character. Okay, it's just a joke. She's not a D tier character, she's a A tier character. But if you have a very good skill where you can dodge and you can do some crazy pairing, then she will go to S tier. But if you have some skill issues, she maybe go to B tier. But personally, I don't play her and I feel that her playstyle is a bit difficult, so I put her in B tier. But it depends on people. Some put her in S tier, some put her in A tier, or some even put her in D tier. But in my opinion, she's a B tier character. Even the worst of you also can use her quite efficiently. The only problem is she's a 4th star, so she will be overcrapped soon by another resonator that have the same ability in the future. Kuro's pattern is same. They will just sometimes replicate the same ability to a 5-star character. So her time is getting closer and closer. Okay, next, Zani. Okay, Zani is an A tier character if she's alone. That means she do not have any spectrophrasal applied to her by Eva Crover or Phoebe. But the moment you add Phoebe, she will become S tier character. That's why I say Zani is extremely strong. At S3, her resonance liberation damage is bonkers. She does so much damage. I don't know if you've seen my videos, but her S3 liberation damage are crazy good together if you use with Phoebe. And now I want to talk about Phoebe alone. So Phoebe, she's good if she do not have Zani. You remove Zani, Phoebe is good. You put Zani, Phoebe become S. That's all. Because she steal all the damage from Phoebe. Phoebe's damage come from Spectrophrasal, and this girl, she steals the damage from this girl, and this girl becomes stronger, and this girl become weaker, which is sad, but what to do? Phoebe is been designed like that. So yeah, she's a good A tier character if you use her alone, but if you use her together with Zani, she will become either B or C. So, but for me, I do feel that she's a A tier character because she supports Zani a lot. Next, Yinlin. Yinlin is a B tier character. I don't like her gameplay at all. As I said, this tier is based on my experience, and one of the good thing about her is that she will buff Xiang Liao. That's the only good thing. Zhang Liao is a A tier character for now, but in future, if Augusta has been released, I feel that maybe he and Augusta will team up, and they can be a S tier characters together. But for now, I'll put him an A tier character, and he can clear all TOA and Whimpering Wave without any issues. Only problem is sometimes his crit it procs, sometimes it don't. Same goes for this girl. Where is she? Yeah, Jinxie. So Jinxie also have the same problem. During the crit, you feel that she's S tier. But if you don't crit, you feel that she's A tier. Another reason is because when you use her, she takes a lot of time to fill her forte bar. If you don't have Yuan Wu, or if you don't have Yu Hu, sorry, that's bullying. Yahoo, I think her name. Then, sorry, she's here. My eyes, I need to get checked. Okay, so if you look here, sorry, she boosts Jinxie to go to S tier because her skill is just she will give extra damage for resonance skill, and her damage come from resonance skill. So you can see how the team works. So that means if Jinxie have a pair with Zizi, she will do a lot of damage and she can go to S tier. But without Zizi, she's A tier character. So in my opinion, I have played her, I have her, and I don't have Zizi, and I've used her with Yuanwu a lot of time, and I feel that her damage is not as good as I expected. So I will put her at A tier, but I know most people will put her at S tier. She has fallen a bit because in Viva she do feel a bit hard to play because you need to build that 50 things and then you have to proc your resonance skill and hope that it will crit. Like it's a lot of thing with her when you're playing in Viva, but in TOA she's still good. In TOA she's extremely good. Just that Viva, I feel that she have fallen a little bit. Next, Carlota. Carlota is S tier. When you pair with Lizzie, she become maybe S plus plus. I'm not sure, but Carlota is extremely good for T or A content. But for Viva, she do have some problem because she is mostly like boss killers. So if you have problem with holograms, T or A bosses, she's to go. But other than that, in Viva, she do suffers a lot. Next, Roshia is a B tier character because she's more like a sub DPS. Cantrella is a B tier character. She heals, but her damage is quite lackluster. But now her tier has gone to A because of Prolova. Same goes for Roshia. Roshia's damage and Prolova's damage has gone extremely strong now due to introduction of Prolova. Prolova increases echo skill damage and Cantrella is based on that, and Roshia's heavy attack is also boosted by Prolova's presence. So now these two characters have been upgraded to A tier list. Chixia is a B tier, Mortefi is a B tier. These two good DPS, good support for Jian, C tier, good support for GNC, good support for GNC, extremely good healer if you don't have Verena or Shorekeeper. Yang Yang, I will put her as D tier. She's the only character I feel that not that great for TOA, but in Viva she do have some good abilities, which is grouping, but I think she's a D tier for me. Calcharo, I'll put him C tier, very hard to play if you're a new player, but if you're all player, you have skill, then he can be either A tier or B tier, depend on your preferences. He's a C tier. He is a D tier, extremely not good to play with, feel very clunky. Same goes for Jiangxin. She feel very clunky even though her ability is mostly shield and heal too, but her heal and shield is not as great as Brandt. And these are the remaining characters that I haven't put. And for Alto could be C tier with a new era of teams coming out. He could be getting a buff soon, but he's a 4-star character, so overall HP inflation will target him soon, and he maybe will drop to D tier. But for now, he's a C tier character, and Sanwa will always be a tier character no matter what happens for two main reasons. The first reason is her Concerto build up is extremely fast, so you can do quick swap like crazy, and she boosts attack percent. So this is my 2.5 tier list, and there are few characters here that haven't been released, and I will make another tier list for 2.6. I know my tier list is based on my preferences after I'm playing all these characters, and I'm ready to accept any criticism from you guys. And if you feel so, please comment below in the comment section below, and I hope this video was helpful for some of you. And I felt that I have to make this video because it's kind of fun and it's nice to communicate with the community. And thanks for watching. Peace out.